Hi, Camp Nazarene. One of the things I really enjoyed about growing up was my mother every evening would tuck me in at night, and she would remind me just how much she loved me. And I think that really helped me just grow up knowing that I was loved. But I needed reminded every night of that. And Jesus reminds us of something very important I think we all need to hear in these days. And it's found in John chapter 14, verse 26. This is when Jesus is going to leave his followers, his disciples, and he's talking about the Holy Spirit who the Father will send in his place. And so Jesus says this, "But the Advocate, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, will teach you all things and will," and hear this, remind you. He says, he will remind you of everything I have said to you. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. And so I want to remind all of us where we've been in the last number of weeks through this series we've called Limitless. We started off in week 1 with fear not. Jesus said, there are things in this world to be afraid of, but fear not. Why? Because I am with you. And if we fear Jesus, he gives us a miracle. He helps us walk through life not being afraid of other things. Then we went to doubt not, these feelings of doubt that come up when change happens in our lives. And we talked about how faith is the answer to that. And faith is not a feeling, but faith is based on facts. And so we want to keep going back and reminding ourselves of what God's promises are in His Word. And then we talked about failure. In life, we're going to experience failure, but we want to fail forward. Failure doesn't have to define us. It can actually help us grow. And if we're going to grow through failure, we need to be heavy on vision and light on plans. Plans are going to change. We're all seeing that right now. But the vision never changes. To help people know God, find freedom, discover purpose, and make a difference. And we're learning new ways to do that even as I speak right now. And then Pastor Jimmy last week gave a great message on just how our values trump everything, trump tradition, and the values of loving God with everything that we have, our heart, soul, mind, and strength, and then loving others. And really, in these days, it's a great opportunity for us to love God and to love others. I signed up for the We Care ministry. If you don't know, we've started this We Care ministry. You can register for it on your app. I signed up for it. And the idea is that younger families, younger couples in our church will reach out and build relationships and care with those that are at higher risk for this virus. So I made my first phone call this morning, reached out to the couple I was assigned to, and it was a great conversation. I was able to pray with them, hear what has been going on in their lives, and at the end of it, they said, hey, next time we talk, we'd really like to learn more about you. So the community, the connection will be built through this, and if you haven't signed up for it, I would encourage you to do that. We still need some people to sign up. It's a great way to love one another in these days that we're facing together. So I want to encourage you. I want to remind you that God is with us and that God can grow us through this time. Just as Jesus reminded his followers as he was about to leave, that the Holy Spirit would be with them and help them through everything that they would experience. So again, I leave you with these words of Jesus. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid.